back. Welcome to the show. I'm one of your hosts, Tim.
I'm Jen. Welcome to this episode of House Coats.
Yeah, so we got a pretty cool episode for you guys today. We're going to review an album that I've been pretty fucking excited about coming out. Maybe you not so much, but that's just because you're not a avid fan, but you might be becoming one.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, but I think it was announced actually in December.
We talked about it a couple episodes back before it actually came out.
Yeah, like I've been hearing about it for quite some time, but Black Dahlia Murder just released their album Verminous. And so yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're not going to like officially give it a rating or anything like that. I might give it a rating out of all their albums, but I'm not here to cut it up. I'm just here to talk about it and, hopefully maybe get the band some fans that they didn't have before, because you never know. There's always music that other people like that you may not know about, and you may like it. So, yeah, they released the track Verminous a few months back, actually, and kind of teased it to everybody. And it was a fucking pretty awesome song. I don't know, what did you think of it?
Honestly, I don't recall that one.
Okay, well, it's called Verminous.
I know I listened to it, but... Oh, that's the first track. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So...
that wasn't one that jumped right out at me.
No?
No.
See, now, I was happy to see that was not the best song on the album. They did themselves some good there, because you don't want to do that. Just release your best track and then have the rest of the album be not as good.
Too many bands do that.
So I guess what I'll do is, just in case any of you don't know the band, and if you do, don't write to me and be like, fuck you, asshole, I know the band. Just don't. There's people who don't know the band, so this is for them. But the Black Dahlia Murder was formed in 2001. Do I have that right? I don't think that's right. Why do I feel like that's not right? Yeah, they... No, that's right. That's right. So they were officially named the Black Dahlia Murder in 2001. They're from Waterford, Michigan, in the U.S. That's pretty obvious, I guess. They have released 9 studio albums, including the new one.
Come on, you gotta talk about how they got their name.
None of them... Oh, their name came from a kid's cartoon. No. Their name came, obviously, from the Black Dahlia Murders. But what do you know that I don't?
Murder of Elizabeth Short.
Yeah, that's right. Well, then go ahead.
No, that's fine.
Facts. But anyways, yeah. So no, they were named after the infamous murders, which I don't know where those took place. They wouldn't be from Waterford, Michigan. That didn't happen there, did it?
I don't think so. I think it happened in Michigan, maybe, but not...
Maybe our producer could look it up.
Not necessarily... that's lovely. The producer has failed.
How did the producer fail this time?
The producer's sources says confirm form resubmission.
Oh, well, the producer's device sucks, I guess. Anyway.
Oh, boy.
I think the producer's okay. Don't shit on him/her, whoever it may be, at this point in time.
Anyway, the producer will get on that while you continue.
Yeah, get on that. So, yeah, they've released 9 studio albums. Exactly 0 of them have sucked. If you want to argue with me on that one, go ahead and write, because I'm going to fucking fuck you up, because none of them have sucked. They have gone through a lot of changes over the years. You know, they started out like any band, a lot less produced. But, you know, they've worked their way up and obviously gotten more money and fame and stuff. And, you know, their albums now, when they're putting them out, they're very high production value on them. I've actually been lucky enough to get to see them play once, and I would fucking go see them again in a heartbeat. And I saw them in actually a small bar in Halifax, and it was an amazing setting.
Is that at Gus's?
Nope, that was at the Seahorse.
Seahorse.
And it's probably one of the coolest moments of my life when it comes to celebrities, because it was like I actually got to meet the band. I got my photo taken with Trevor and his sweaty body. It was so gross, but at the same time, I was like, I'm going home with Trevor's sweat all over me. It was like,
You're such a chick.
but anyways, yeah, no, it was a super awesome show. It was really up close and personal. You know, small bar setting. I think there might have been 100 people there, which is max capacity for that bar. I don't know if you remember the old Seahorse.
I do remember the old Seahorse. I'm surprised 100 people could fit in there.
Oh, there was no room.
Did they take out the big giant plank tables?
There was no tables. Like, they had all the tables shoved up against the side. But like, if you had to go take a piss in the middle of the show, fucking good luck. Like,
Yeah.
you're pushing your way through a crowd.
That's a cool bar. I miss the old Seahorse.
Yeah, I was super stoked that they got to play that small venue, because I mean, I would have loved to see them anywhere. You know, a big stadium show with them would have been better sound. But when I found out they were playing there, I was like, okay, I have to go to this because it's so close and it's so awesome.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was 5 feet away from the band. And, you know, for the whole show, they put on an amazing show.
The producer has found the info.
Oh, okay. Go ahead then.
So, the person who was murdered was Elizabeth Short, and she was known as the Black Dahlia.
Right.
Or Dahlia, depending
Wasn't
on...
that because of a flower that was left?
It doesn't really say that, but she's super well known because of how she was killed and the fact that she was bisected at the waist and left in a park. Anyway, it's disturbing.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting, man. People have some fucked up ways of killing people.
But it was in L.A.
Oh, it was in L.A.?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. She was from Boston. She was killed in L.A. You asked me if there was a flower. Maybe in the park there was a bunch of flowers. That's an interesting question.
Yeah, I'm just curious to know what the Black Dahlia had to do with it.
Yeah.
Because there has to be some significance.
Oh, after the owner of a
stuffed up
drugstore.
her ass when she was dead or something? I don't know.
It says she would acquire the nickname of the Black Dahlia posthumously. I can't even say it.
Posthumously.
Yes, thank you. After the owner of a drugstore in Long Beach, California, told reporters that male customers had that name for her.
So they had no real reason behind it, just that.
Yeah, I guess.
Strange.
Anyway.
Yeah, sometimes fucking shit like that, there's a small, stupid reason why.
And it's still unsolved, eh?
Oh, really? They never knew who did it?
They questioned and accused a whole bunch of people. People have confessed to it, and it's turned out that it wasn't real.
It's such a famous murder that so many people wanted to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted the glamour of it.
I don't know how glamorous it is to say you cut someone apart.
Tell you what that guy did, or those people who gave her that nickname, is they gave this band an opportunity to have a super cool fucking band name.
I suppose that's true.
And so they're back into, you know, stuff that most of you probably know. But so anyway, they're melodic death metal. They only have got 2 original members left and a super long list of former members, but that's not to say anything bad against them. They just, you know, people come and people go. Bands go through turmoil at times, and it's hard to keep a group of 5 guys all together, and it's an amazing thing when that happens, but most of the time doesn't. So Brian, I'm probably going to fuck his name up, Brian Eschbach. And I'm going to fuck up Trevor's name, too, because it's Trevor Stranad. So I just call him Trevor, and I have ever since I knew what his name was, because I can't say his last name. But anyways, those 2 guys are the original members. So Brian's the guitarist. Trevor is the vocalist. Trevor is a super awesome, non-celebrity-like guy. Like, I was expecting just to get blown off completely, and I remember walking up to him at the show and being like, hey, can I get a photo with you? Like, you have no idea. I'm like a little girl at your show right now. You
gotta remember, though, most of these bands...
They're not as famous as we see them.
Big to us, but not necessarily...
And you know what? At the other side of things, a good band appreciates their fucking fans.
Yeah.
And so that gave me a little bit more respect for them right there. And I was like, Trevor, can I get a fucking photo with you, man? Like, it would mean the world to me. And he's like, yeah, dude. Jumps right off the stage, comes down, wraps his super sweaty, gross arms around me, and fucking took a photo. And, yeah, I have the picture, actually. I might do some editing to it and post it up on our social media at some point.
Just back to that whole band's big thing, not big thing. Like,
Yeah.
you look at Carnifex, they didn't headline a tour till, like, last year.
No, it's true. Yeah, exactly. Because Carnifex has put out quite a lot of albums, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And if you want to check out the Black Dahlia, I mean, I attest you to please go back to the very beginning and listen to it. And no, you're not going to get the same thing that you're getting today, but it's quality fucking metal. It really is. Like, there's not been a bad record out of them. Just a little bit of difference in style, because you got different musicians too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that part of it's going to change, but it's it is what it is. And so the new album Verminous is fucking awesome. I love it.
I mean, again, I don't know them really well, but I listened to it. There was 2 songs that really stuck out to me.
Yeah.
But again, new music to me takes me a while to actually like it.
Yeah. Well, there's albums that I like less than this one. Let's put it that way. Like, there really is. So
I'm not saying it's a bad album. I'm not familiar with them, so.
no. So what's
Like,
your
Removal
favorite
of
track?
the Oaken Stake was the one that really stuck
That's your
out.
favorite one?
That and Sunless Empire. Those were the 2.
Yeah. Okay. So those are both really awesome songs. I'd love to be able to play we'd love to be able to play a track for you, but we can't do that.
Email them.
Yeah. Well, it's too late for that now, but when we get some of our friend bands on here, though, we are going to start getting like when we get Mark back on here, we're going to play you guys a song by his band for sure.
Yeah.
And a couple other bands. Hell Nova, if you're listening, we want you on the show too. So, at some point, once this fucking bullshit's over and we're
Yeah.
allowed to come close to one another again. As of right now, we kind of have to just do this the way we are. I'd have to say, I hate picking favorites because I listened to the whole album from start to finish probably about 15 times already since it came out. But it's been out for a month now, I think, isn't it?
I don't think it's been quite a month.
Came out in...
It's like the 20th of April, wasn't it?
Yeah, okay, so it's been out for like 2 weeks then. Anyways, I've literally listened to it about 15 times from...
Nah, it's got to be out
I think it was April 17th.
close to a month, yeah.
So, I don't know what the date is right now. Doesn't matter. It's fucking pandemic 4.
It's the 7th?
It's month 2 of fucking not being able to do anything.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but I did pick a favorite just because it's the one track that's kind of been sticking in my head, and I've noticed myself, like, humming it and shit. But, the Leather Apron Scorn really kind of fucking hit me.
Oh, that's not the one you told me the other day.
Yeah? It was?
No.
What was the one I told you then?
The one you told me was...
Uh,
Child of Night.
oh, Child of Night's good too. I like it. But I think Leather Apron Scorn is like my favorite on the album.
Such strange names.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, go back to like Death Mask Divine. What a Horrible Night to Have a Curse. They're fucking awesome at naming songs.
Yeah.
Built for Sin.
Yeah.
They have a lot of really awesome, which by the way is the name of my band.
Oh, we know now, Tim.
No Ties. But anyways, yeah, we're not associated with. Anyways, so yeah, that would probably be my favorite track on the album. So overall, my opinion of the album, if I'm allowed to give it, is I like it no less than any other Black Dahlia Murder record. But what I feel is I don't know how to word this properly, but I feel like it's more grown up
It's funny you say that because I've read a couple reviews on it and they pretty much say exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I feel
They've
like
never
it's...
put out a weak album, so it's not like...
No, they really have never,
No.
ever put out a weak album.
Yeah.
They put out albums that maybe didn't have such catchy songs on it, but if you listen to them enough times, you'll be like, okay, no, they still had it going on. But I feel like it's more grown up in the sense that there's a little less of a goofy aspect to it than what there has been to some of them. Like Statutory Ape, just to name off a song, is like, oh yeah, amazing. Which, by the way, when they played that at the Seahorse, they, of course, had their man dressed as an ape and another man dressed as a banana, and they came out on the fucking stage and moshed.
I bet you their live shows would be absolutely just as goofy.
Oh, they are. They really, really are just as goofy. Like, you know, Trevor has this super, like, immature, theatrical way about him or something, and, like, he's got these hand gestures when he's singing. He's, like reaching for the sky and shit like that.
Just saying, nobody can see you but me.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, squint your eyes really tight.
I'm just looking at a review here right now.
Okay.
This is kind of funny.
Don't say who the review's by, though.
No.
We might get sued.
Yeah, I'm not. Saying how the first track is like an elbow to the eyeball.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Except, like I said, I've heard the first track so many times now.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites.
It's not new to me anymore.
It does say removal of the oaken stake takes Verminous down a melodramatic rabbit hole full of ominous blackened shadows and unnerving fluid tempo shifts. That's what I like about it. It changes all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And then they make mention that the leather apron scorn conjures the spirit of Carcass. You think that's why you like it so much?
Maybe so, because it's any avid listeners of the show would know that Carcass is like one of my top fucking 5 favorite bands of all time.
Yeah.
Right next to fucking One Direction.
Oh, God.
And fucking Bryan Adams.
Hey, don't shit on Bryan Adams.
I'm shitting on Bryan Adams. Fuck Bryan Adams.
We grew up with that nonsense.
Anyways, so sorry, Bryan Adams. You're probably not listening, but
Yeah, don't shit on Bryan Adams.
anyways, so yeah, overall, I fucking love it. I recommend it to anybody to go out and buy it. These guys are also awesome at having cool merch. So, like, I was actually just looking, and you can see this giant stack of shit that comes along with the album.
Hey, is that the record we watched being pressed in that video?
No, that wasn't them. That was August Burns Red,
Oh, right.
I believe.
That's right. I think you
Yeah.
posted that to one of our
No,
socials.
I mean, records, it's not that big a deal because a lot of metal bands get records pressed.
I know, but
learning
look at the
that
green and black one. It looks exactly like the one we were watching.
Yeah, it does. But, so these guys look like they have what? At least 10 different variations of the record that you can get. Different colors, green, black. There's green with a splatter,
Hot
white.
pink.
Yeah, hot pink, white with a splatter, green with speckles. There's a brown one, like shit brown. They got toques, posters. It looks to me like a Blu-ray.
Oh, probably.
I might have to see if I can get my fucking hands on that shit.
Not from their website, you won't.
No, U.S. Might be able to order from the merch. You can't enter in their contests, but anyways, they're a super fun band. Anybody who is a fan, congratulations for being smart and loving an amazing melodic death metal band. And anybody who isn't, I recommend checking them the fuck out. And if you don't like them, then fuck you. What else do you think? What?
Okay, then.
What else? What else do you got to say about them?
I don't have anything else to say
Did you learn
about
anything new about the Black Dahlia?
them. No.
No?
I mean, I knew a little bit about them.
Yeah. I'd have to say my favorite album. I can't say this is my favorite album right now because it's too new. But I think my favorite album by them was Nocturnal. Because there's a couple of reasons. One, it has like my favorite song by them on it, which is Death Mass Divine. It has my 2 favorite songs by them, Death Mass Divine and What a Horrible Night to Have a Curse. Both are fucking unbelievably incredible songs. And it also happens to contain probably my favorite ever guitar solo in the history of all of heavy metal.
Really?
Really. And that's just my opinion. So don't fucking tweet at me or fucking twit at me.
I could argue that with like 50 different other bands. But anyway.
Yeah. Now everybody's going to go, fuck you, Pantera, fuck you, Testament, fuck you, Slayer is going to get it, blah, 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 blah,
I
blah,
like
blah.
Slayer, but none of their solos are...
I find Slayer solos can be a bit messy.
They are a mess.
Nothing against Kerry King. I mean, the guy can fucking shred like an asshole, but it's, yeah, anyway, as far as the way it's composed is why I really like the solo for Death Mass Divine. It's just the way it hits. There's like certain pauses to it. The way they lead into the solo is just, it's fucking beautiful. And maybe after the show I'll play it for you so you can hear it. And you might understand what I mean about it. The tones, the guitar tones are just amazing in it. And that's a Brian solo. So that guy who did the solo is still in the band. Now, that I should probably fact check that before to make sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Because Wikipedia says there's only ever been 5 people in the band.
That's not true.
5 or 6 people.
I thought there was a lot more than that. Members section, former.
Oh, okay. It only shows the current,
All
I
these
guess.
people. So Shannon Lucas would be the most famous drummer that they've had to date. Because he was in All That Remains.
Oh, okay.
So he actually might be the drummer that I saw because he had left All That Remains to join Black Dahlia Murder.
Quite a difference in those two bands.
Yeah, but can you blame him?
All That Remains wasn't all bad.
No, they did some good shit. 6.
Yeah.
That's their good shit right there.
Becoming the Catastrophe. Is that them? No. Yes.
Yeah, Becoming the Cat.
Becoming the Cat.
Because you had that
Thanks,
stupid
my
car.
Astra.
Jen had a stupid car that didn't play the whole length.
I didn't know the full name of any songs by any band.
Because it didn't scroll past a certain amount of characters, so fucking she thought the name was Becoming the Cat.
No, I didn't.
Anyways.
We did laugh about that a lot, though.
But like if you look at this timeline right here, you got Trevor in the red, and you got Brian in the green with brown stripes. I'm not sure what the brown stripes signifies. Is that his underpants? But anyways. So yeah, and then, I mean, they've had some good runs with people. Like, trying to see here. So Shannon Lucas was in the band for quite a while.
That's a friggin' terrible graph.
It's actually a pretty good graph. I like the way it's done. Because it shows you the length that they were in the band for.
Yeah, it does, but it doesn't grid it off, so you can't actually...
No, but this is their timeline from 2001 right to now.
Yeah.
So currently the members of the band are Trevor, I'm not saying his last name.
You could just look at the list right above the graph.
Yeah. So Brandon Ellis is the lead guitarist. Okay, so maybe that solo would not have been Brian. That solo might have been somebody else. Which, looking here, it wouldn't have been Ryan Knight, I don't think. It would have been the guy before him. So it was probably John... Oh my god, can they have any last names that you can pronounce? I love you, band, that we are talking about
Apparently
on our
Michigan
show.
has some strange last names.
But I can't pronounce any of your last names. So anyway, so right now we got Trevor, we got Brian, obviously, because those guys I think are the core of the band. They helped found it as well. Max Lavelle is the bassist. Alan Cassidy is the drummist right now. I should have called him the basser. And Brandon Ellis is the lead guitarist and backing vocals right now. And Brian also does backing vocals and quite amazingly as well. I remember seeing him when I saw him. I was like, holy shit, he does some of the vocals too. I didn't know before that. It's crazy what you learn when you see a band play live.
Yeah.
Because you hear it and you think you know what the fucking band looks like playing the music, and then you see them and you're like, holy shit. Like, they're all doing some stuff here. And, yeah, so that's the current lineup. It's clearly a fucking good lineup. I think this is the only album that actual lineup has been on, possibly. No? Actually, not true at all. So, 2017. So, yeah, this is actually the same lineup that they've had for the last 2 albums. Yeah. So, they kind of stuck with it. Hopefully they keep putting albums out. I'd love to see it. I'd like to see them grow old making metal.
Yeah, as long as they don't turn into In Flames.
I can't see it. They don't have that weakened. They haven't weakened.
That whole
That's one thing I
makes
find,
me
like,
sad.
In Flames, which is another melodic death metal band that I really love a lot. And I also saw them play live. And I'm not complaining about them as a band, but I haven't heard anything recently come out of them that really turned me on. Didn't give me any metal boners.
No.
Not even a little chub, to be honest.
They got a lot of flack on the internet for that too.
Yeah, which I kind of feel bad for the flack that they take. Because I've heard other people say this about other art forms, and it's like, if you don't like something, just don't fucking listen to it.
Yeah, I know, but to completely change your entire...
Okay, that's fine. But just don't like it. You don't need to go tell that person personally that their art sucks.
I know, but they had diehard fans for a lot of years, for a lot of albums.
But why can't those people still be diehard fans? Like, I still am. I'm just not going to listen to their last 2 or 3 albums. That's that. I'm still going to go back and listen to Soundtrack to Your Escape and fucking love the shit out of that album.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Some people think that because people are in the spotlight and they're famous, that like they're not humans, but they still are, and they still worked to make the shit that they made. So I don't know. It's like if Black Dahlia Murder tomorrow releases an album that's just wretched, I'm not going to go write a message to them and tweet at them.
It's not about being wretched. It's about completely changing your genre of music.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because it's definitely not melodic death so much.
It's not even metal.
It's kind of got...
It's wah, wah, wah.
It's kind of got a rocky feel to it now.
Yeah, they got the we'll call it the Metallica syndrome, except Metallica recovered.
But, man, tell you what, Bjorn's still a fucking amazing guitarist.
Yeah, I don't know. I just find their stuff really weak.
They've got a lineup that's stuck around.
Yeah.
I don't think they've gone through too many changes. Now, I do believe Daniel is not in the band anymore. Who's the drummer?
Maybe because he got tired of playing the lullabies?
Yeah, he was... Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know that for sure, though. So don't fucking write to me and tell me I'm an asshole because I don't talk real facts.
Nobody writes to us. Come on.
No. Somebody should write to us, though. Tell us, what you want to hear on the show.
So, you said you listened to the new Trivium album.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Well, here's the thing.
You're not a Trivium fan.
Here's the thing, right? I just heard actually a new track by them today. I don't have any disrespect for Trivium. What's their singer's name?
Matt Heafy.
Okay. So Matt is an incredible vocalist.
Incredible.
But there is a but to that. I don't know that he's an incredible metalcore vocalist.
Why?
Because I just think that he would have been better suited in a band that wasn't metalcore.
Okay, so that being said.
Because there's something about... There's also something about their band that sounds like every other band mixed together.
Whoa, now.
No, I'm not saying that they copy people. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is like, there's nothing about their band that really stands out except his vocals.
Okay, I want you to go back, and I want you to listen to Shogun.
I know that album, and it's great. It's great, but okay, so we were just talking about what happened to In Flames. Mm-hmm. I feel like that might be kind of happening to them. A little bit. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do, but their album before that was not at all.
No, the album before that was really good. The track that I heard today, this is going to take about 6 years to open this because it's installing.
No, I did hear a bit of a slower track, which is what the Dead Men Say, I believe.
That might have been the one I heard today. It was on my made-up playlist here. That's all new metal stuff. But this, like I said, is going to take. It'll be 2025, and
Would
the
you just like
pandemic will
to
be over.
to look there? Would that help
No,
you?
because I can tell if I look here, I'll know what I listen to.
This is where we edit out the crap.
Yeah, there's going to be some. Well, just talk. Talk about something.
What do you want me to talk about? We're talking about it, and you're looking stuff up.
Just a second here. Recently played new metal tracks. It's also in my release radar on the unnamed music service that
I think we're allowed to say it, aren't we?
Oh, I should hope we're allowed to say Spotify because our podcast is on it.
Exactly.
Which, if you're listening to
Exactly.
this on any other platforms and you would prefer to not listen to it on, and like pick a platform that works for you and listen to it, because I know we're on Spotify, we're on most of the time we're on YouTube.
I have new glasses, and I can't read that.
You have well, it's tiny.
I know. I should be able to see that.
Hey, okay, this has been updated.
What?
New track by Veil Maya. So maybe I'll do
Ooh.
a review of their new album too at some point, because I'm kind of new to the Veil Maya, but I fucking love that band.
All right, back on topic.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't see Trivium popping up here. But yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was What the Dead Men Say, which is
Yeah, it might be.
which is the name of the album.
Anyways. Oh, here it is. No, Bleed Into Me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I didn't like it. I gotta be honest, I didn't. And it's not the slowness, because like there's slow shit that I really like. Like I fucking heard a song today by Silosis, which is a metalcore band I've loved for years. Haven't put out a lot of albums, but what they have put out has been quality shit. I heard a song today by them that I don't recall having heard previously. It has got to be the saddest fucking metal song I've ever heard in my life.
Well, that's kind of like the last track on Shogun. That album blew me away the minute I heard it.
Yeah,
I'm
I know
sure
what you mean.
remember.
I know what you mean too about the sadness, because like we were actually talking about sad. Metalcore can really nail that sadness.
Yeah.
They really can. Like Darkest Hour has kind of got that. Misery Signals has got that. You know, Silosis is really versatile in the sense like they can have these real upbeat things, but some of their shit is just like you got to hold back the tears when you're listening to it, and that's without even hearing the vocals, like hearing the lyrics. But yeah, so there's a ton of new shit still coming out. Even in the wake of all this fucking crap. I'm assuming most of the stuff that we see being released has all kind of been in the bin for a while. I don't think there's too many bands going to studio, except for Psycho Stick. They're still doing their thing. Which, shout out to Psycho Stick. They're doing good shit with their... they're doing an online show. What is it, once a week?
Every Thursday for 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing it to raise money obviously for themselves, because they're probably in a hard way, and they're putting some money towards the COVID fund.
Yeah, 50% of the proceeds from each show. So their goal is $2,000 every Thursday. They
Like total?
reach it every Thursday.
Okay.
And they give 1,000 of it to...
I mean, let's
COVID
just
relief.
think. Imagine if... Now, I don't know this for sure, but imagine if they're not making money anywhere else.
Well, I'm
which
sure
they
they're
would
not.
be some way. They're making royalties or whatever.
Or merch.
But there's 5 guys in the band.
4 guys in the band.
So that's $250 each a week.
Yeah.
It's not that much money.
No.
So, I mean, if you can do it, go fucking check them out, make a donation.
And they've been mentioning something about the fact that their van... So they're doing all this out of their beefed up garage.
Yeah.
One of their garages.
Yeah.
And they keep panning the camera over every week to show their van. And now it's broken down in said garage, so I think most of that money is going towards that van.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go, right? Yeah, it's hard, man. It's a fucking... Especially, like, I don't know. These, like, a pop star that just gets signed and then has everything done for them, like fucking Miley Cyrus
Yeah,
or
it
some
doesn't
other
happen in
cunt.
metal.
I don't know. I can't think of who it would be. But they don't have this experience. But with these bands, they can be really famous to us who are metalheads that love them. Like I said, the Black Dahlia Murder. They have no tour crew. When they came to the Seahorse, they all drove in their own van with a trailer. They all lugged their own gear in. I was dumbfounded when I seen it. I was like, what? No tour bus? Like, that was their tour bus. They were driving a Chevy van and fucking... And, I mean, in a lot of ways, it makes sense. Because it's less cost.
But again, they're not nearly as famous as
we
their fans
perceive
see them as.
That's true, yeah. Which, I mean, that's a flattery to them.
Yeah.
If you ask me. Because they, you know... And they, you know what? They work really fucking hard. A lot of these bands do. What was the band that had all their gear stolen last year?
Oh, I can't remember. Their whole van was stolen, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Then there was a bunch of controversy, though, over something to do with that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't go on Twitter because it fucking just, like, you can go ahead and tweet at me. I'll see the message and I'll come on, but half the time I don't dig down through comments on shit in Twitter because it's just a fucking war zone.
Yeah, Twitter sucks.
It's awful. Every third thing you see is Trump sucks or Trudeau sucks.
Or Nikki Sixx.
Yeah, well, at least Nikki Sixx is half cool.
I can only hear about the heroin
I
diaries
follow
so
lots
many
of-
times.
I follow lots and lots of cool people on Twitter. But even them, like Sebastian Bach, there's a good example. I follow him. And I mean, that's kind of just because of you, like, I even know who he is.
Yeah.
But he's a cool guy, and he's, you know, been in some local TV shows that we know, such as the Trailer Park Boys.
And I've seen him at the casino.
But it drives me nuts is that even his pretty wholesome Twitter account that he pretty much doesn't try to get into fights on, this and that, it doesn't matter. You dig down through far enough, and it's going to be fuck you, blah, 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 blah. Somebody starting shit.
Yeah, not too many people do that.
But, like, I'm a big gamer. So I go, and I'm huge into Borderlands 3 right now. So big shout out to Gearbox. Thanks for fucking ruining my life for the next 2 years.
It's an awesome game.
It's incredible. But I go on the Gearbox site to try to, you know, just check it out, see what they got, because they have shift keys that they give away free stuff on there. Oh my god, every third one is fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fix your game. And it's like, okay, do you not realize the guy who's running this Twitter account is not the guys that are fixing the game? Like, holy shit, they're a lot bigger of a company than that.
Except with musicians, I think they actually do.
Some of them do.
Like, I know for a fact Sebastian Bach actually
Oh, Sebastian Bach does
controls
for
his
sure.
own Twitter.
So does probably Nikki Sixx.
And Dee Snider.
Dee Snider's awesome.
And Scott Ian.
Maybe.
No, Scott Ian actually controls his own Twitter.
Do you mean the one that added you on Twitter?
For 2 seconds.
That's Scott Ian? Oh, we were so excited.
Yeah. Till we realized it was my personal Twitter, and there's no way.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. And if you're on Twitter, come on and follow Getting Hard Podcast. We're on there, at Getting Hard Pod.
Not that we post anything.
No, maybe I'll start. If we get some more followers, I'll start posting shit. Send us a DM. That's a dick message, isn't it? I don't know. Send us a TM. We want some tit messages, too.
Oh, come on.
Anyways, put it in our box. And, you know, we'll send you something back. For sure. And same with the old Insta cunt. We go on there a lot.
With that?
I know, I've been just dropping it. So, yeah, we actually... I use the Instagram a lot. And our Facebook a lot.
Yeah.
But we go where the followers are, so like if we start seeing more activity on our Twitter, we'll definitely start using it.
Yeah, people pretty much hate Twitter. We
Yeah.
learned that.
It's a political nightmare.
Yeah.
Seems like that's what it is. Like people just want to fight or
post their argument about something.
Well, you're only allowed to have so many characters, so I think maybe the more simple mind use it. Because
Is
they don't
that
have
what
to
it is?
think a lot.
But you can't.
Oh.
You can't really have any.
Edit?
You can't. No, that was just me being yawning. But anyways, you can't really have that many characters on Instagram either.
No.
Like, I mean, Facebook, you can write a fucking novel.
Yeah.
I think it's like 500 characters.
Well, I think it's more than that.
Or no, it's 500 is what Twitter is.
Twitter's 250.
Is it 250?
Yeah.
See, that's not much at all.
No.
That's like a couple of fucking emojis and a fucking, I don't know what.
That's why it's full of run-on sentences, because you don't want to take up one of your characters with a period or a comma or.
Yeah, it's true. No spaces, just a big blur of word. You got to figure out where the spaces go. But anyways.
Yeah, so I guess one other thing. Check out It Prevails. I know you said you've known about them for a long time.
I have. I'm not a follower, but I don't dislike them. I've heard a lot of songs.
They kind of, for me, go along with that whole Mystery Signals.
Yeah.
Kind of.
You're a huge metalcore girl.
Yeah.
Which I can appreciate that. I love some of my favorite bands are metalcore. I like a lot of death metal too, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not just metalcore.
I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Like, I almost like every genre of metal a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh, it's only grind, because that just fuck off, man. Only grind.
I'm the same way. There's no
only
one
death
particular.
metal. It's like there's so many, and I think I said this to you the other day. Is metalcore, some of the best metal bands that have ever existed are metalcore bands.
Yeah.
Some of the worst metal bands that have ever existed are metalcore bands.
Yep.
Literally. Like, the worst.
I think you might have just said that to me, like, maybe a few hours ago.
And obviously I'm not going to start naming names, but then you get into this whole thing, it's like, well, why categorize shit? Because, like, Darkest Hour, one of my faves, is metalcore sometimes, and sometimes they're considered to be melodic death. So I don't know.
I'm with you, though. There's no... Yes, a lot of the stuff I like is metalcore, but I like pretty much generally something from each group.
Yeah.
Except black metal.
That's not true.
What do I really like that's black metal?
Immortal.
Okay, one band.
Okay, so you like a band. I'm just saying. I like a few black metal bands.
I generally have distaste for the genre, though.
The new Mayhem stuff, I really kind of liked it. Because it's better production, it's better everything. Like, it's a lot more tight. They're older guys now, they're more mature.
Only one of them's actually still a member, original member.
Yeah. But I mean, those guys have all been around. None of them are new to the... There's no young guys, I don't think, in the band.
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
I'm pretty sure. Not like young, but like 30s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that. So then how old would Necrobutcher be? He'd be in his 50s?
50s, I think, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Necrobutcher's cool as fuck.
He really should get rid of the skullish. It's time
He
to
doesn't
move on.
have it. He's bald.
Yeah, he's bald. He's got the Dio hair, though. Like, he's got a ponytail in the back.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought about giving myself a pandemic haircut.
No.
Cut myself a skullet.
No.
Kind of rock it like, some of them old metalheads that can't let go of their hair yet.
No, thanks. The Kim Mitchell's not a cool look.
Ah, yes, Kim Mitchell. I was thinking more Devin Townsend. Because he rocked that for a long time.
So did Kim Mitchell.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I get it with Devin Townsend because he just thought it was funny and he looked completely insane, which went along with his band.
Yeah.
But with Kim Mitchell, I don't know why he would have done that.
It's the 80s.
Like, I mean, I hope the fuck I don't ever go bald, but if I do, it's just all coming off. That's that.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a ring. I'm not going to have Homer head. There's not going to be a cul-de-sac. It's just going to be shiny cue ball, my scarred up head.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're doing pretty good, though.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to lose my hair. My hair's not even going gray, really.
Me neither. Yes.
I know. But anyway, so I got a bit of a recede, but nothing too serious.
That's from pulling your hair back.
Probably, yeah.
Everybody gets that from pulling your hair back.
Probably. But yeah, so that pretty much concludes our review episode of Verminous by the Black Dahlia Murder. Thanks a lot for listening, everybody.
Yeah, if you have any ideas of stuff we can do.
Yeah, you guys got a new album that's coming out that you want us to fucking listen to and touch on? Fucking by all means, inbox us, put it in our box.
Yeah, or even an album by a bigger band somewhere else that
Well, that's what I
we should
mean.
listen to.
That's what I mean.
Oh, I thought.
Oh,
you
if
meant
you're
like-
in a band and you have an album coming out, we don't want to fucking hear from you. Fuck that shit. No, I'm kidding.
Ah,
But yeah, so hope you all are staying safe. Wear your mask.
wash your hands.
Punch your neighbor in the nose. And stay fucking hard, bitches. Have a good week. Later.